Bash in Berlin was crazy. We're going to talk about it right now. Let's get into it. And the crowd, first of all, was a 10 out of 10. It was amazing. The crowd was chanting to everybody's music, having fun with it, and all that stuff. Let's get into our Bash in Berlin rundown and review right now. I was going to film it earlier, but couldn't do that. But yeah, starting off with Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, going face to face with the prize fighter, supposedly, Kevin Owens. And this is what kicks off the show, right? So, Kevin Owens comes out, crowd's cheering him. Cody comes out, crowd's cheering him. We get to the match, and Kevin doing headlocks and stuff. But, Cody hits, tries a disaster kick, and then, Kevin, dodges it, and then he hits a senton right on Cody. So I'm like, oh my god, that's insane, that's crazy. But Cody kicks out somehow. Then, that bad knee that Cody has, yeah, he did a disaster kick to Kevin. That didn't work, kicked out. Yeah, he did a Cody cutter to Kevin. That didn't work out. In the end, Cody's knee gave out on the top rope because he was going to hit a super Cody cutter, right? Kevin kind of looks at him strangely. He's like, oh, I'm going to do that heel turn thing. So he gets Kevin Owens gets Cody out of the ring, kicks him in the leg, the bad knee, and tries to powerbomb him on the apron, right? Doesn't do it. And besides from doing that, Cody just, reverses it. So he basically had two chances that he failed. Cody punches him, gets Kevin in the ring, does a 2 crossroads. But then Kevin reverses it to the stunner. He did a stunner earlier. Cody kicked out, but yeah. Stunner to Cody, reverses the crossroads. And then Cody just comes, 1, 2, 3. Cody kicks out. But then Cody comes back to the crossroads to Kevin. 1, 2, 3, and your winner, and still your WWE Undisputed Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Then we move on to our second match, which is Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair versus the Unholy Union, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. Now, given this match, we do have a, route, I would say, for this match, right? We have Bianca and Jade come out, all that stuff. They get cheered. Witches come out, which is kind of stalkingly. But then the match, though, probably the worst match of the night. I would say probably the most lackluster match of the night. No, but we had, cool steps. Bianca, doing Jade doing a fallaway slam to Alba Fire, and then Jade Bianca gets slammed by an Unholy Union. They do that double tag team finisher. Jade comes in, breaks up the pin that Isla Dawn has, but then they do the same thing when Jade and Bianca, lift up Alba Fire, slam her, and then, Isla Dawn tried to break up the pin, but she couldn't break up the pin because Jade, Alba Fire just already kicked out, so it was okay, that was planned. But then at the end of the match is what gets me. So basically, Bianca and Jade, I didn't know they were going to do this actually, WWE. But Bianca and Jade hit that, DDT into a kip up into a German suplex to Alba Fire. Jade pins her, does that standing thing during whatever. 1, 2, 3, and your winners, and your new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. So yeah, I guess they're 2-time Women's Tag Team Champions now, which hasn't been broken, but yeah. Then we move on to our third match, which is CM Punk and Drew McIntyre in a strap match. And right off the bat, Drew makes the entrance, gets booed by Berlin, and then CM Punk comes out, kind of makes the entrance, does this. As he's doing that, Drew gets mad, I don't know, but he punches CM Punk in the back of the neck on the outside, right? And just keeps punching on him and on the outside, gets him in the ring, punches on him, headbutts him, and then gets a strap on his wrist, and then we get into it. Drew, first of all, hits 2 of the corners, right? Doesn't do it. Hits 3 corners. Doesn't do it. And what was smart? Drew picked up CM Punk in one. CM Punk was bleeding, by the way. Drew wasn't, I guess. Drew did a Claymore kick to CM Punk, pulled him in the ring. CM Punk kicks out. CM Punk did a GTS in the beginning of the match, but I didn't do anything. Drew kicked out. But then Drew did another Claymore kick, did the 3-2-1 Claymore kick off the corner, and did the Claymore kick. CM Punk still kicked out, and I'm like, CM Punk, was still down, right? But he didn't. And then, Drew, slams CM Punk through the announce table. I mean, not announce desk, the table on the outside. So I'm just like, oh my god, what the heck? And then basically, CM Punk whips Drew on the announce desk, and then he hits the turnbuckles. But he does 1 GTS, his turnbuckle, 1 GTS, his turnbuckle, 1 GTS, the turnbuckle. And he does a 4th GTS, takes the bracelet off of Drew McIntyre. It says AJ Lee and his dog Larry on it. And then hits the other corner, And your winner is CM Punk. And CM Punk wins. And he hasn't won a WWE match in 10.5 years, so that has been broken tonight, or today actually. But yeah, that was an amazing match. I wouldn't argue if that was probably the best match of the night. But yeah, then we move on to the mixed tag team match between Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan, which I freaking hate, versus Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. Wow. Dom and Liv make their entrance. That kind of got me kind of jealous, Dom. Not gonna lie, Dom. You're getting me. You're reeling me in. Not yet. You're not reeling me in that. I'm not that stupid for you to reel me in, okay? But yeah, then Damian and Rhea make their entrance, This match was amazing. So much that happened in this match. Liv did a sunset flip powerbomb to Rhea on the barricade. Rhea, JD, got punched by, JD. Yeah, and then Rhea, slammed Carlito on the apron. And then there was, a point where Rhea, wrapped the legs around Dominic, started punching him. That was, the coolest. That's when the crowd, I think, almost, they get, I got the second loudest. Because the main event, which I think was the loudest, I'm going to say that. But, Rhea beat up Dom. I'm just mad that she didn't do the Riptide on Dominic. She was going to do it. Oh, don't get me wrong. She was going to do it. But she didn't do it. She didn't capitalize it. So then, I'm like, okay, so they didn't do the Riptide. So they went the other finish. Which I got me pretty mad, not gonna lie. Finn comes in, Sling Blades. JD gets involved again. Sling Blades, Damian, and, gets Damian on the announce desk, right? And basically, Damian actually gets super kicks JD, super kicks Finn, super kicks Carlito, and JD, super kicks Finn. And then basically, like, I don't know, like, clothesline Finn on the announce desk for Rhea Ripley to do a riptide to Liv Morgan. To pick up the victory, because Liv Morgan didn't do the Oblivion. But then she did this, like, DDT into, like, a code breaker. She do a code breaker in the back of Rhea. But in the end of it, the day, Rhea Ripley hits a riptide on Liv Morgan to pick up the victory after Damian did that harsh clothesline on the announce desk with the Finn. Rhea hits a riptide on Liv. 1, 2, 3, and your winner is none other than Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, the Terror Twins. And then we move on to our main event. We have Gunther, the Lindenal, versus Randy Orton. Randy Orton came out and he had like red trunks, and he had like this full bald Randy Orton-esque look that we haven't seen before in a long time. So Randy Orton comes out, they sing in this entrance beautifully. You know, he comes out, does this, and then basically Gunther makes his entrance. The crowd is hot for this. Ludwig Kaiser announces Gunther. Great job, Samantha Irvin, though. She deserves it, though. Samantha Irvin. She deserves every second of this. But yeah, get to the match. And this match is actually slow and methodical, like a Gunther match would. You know, Gunther hits a few chops, so Orton goes down. Orton actually hit an RKO on Gunther at one point. Because Gunther hit like one too many power bombs, and he could not pick up Randy Orton. By the way, Randy Orton was like 290 pounds. That's insane for Randy Orton. Like, that's insane. Only 10 more pounds he has to gain, and I would say lose, actually. And he'd be at, like, what, 300 pounds? I think he can do it. But, you know, besides from that, Gunther tries powerbombing Randy. He does do it once, but Randy kicks out. He does a powerbomb to Randy again. Well, no, he doesn't do a powerbomb to Randy. But Randy reverses that into an RKO beautifully. And Gunther kicks out of it, and I'm like, what? And then there was a sequence in the match where Randy slammed, while he was on the steps, slams Gunther through the announce desk, literally. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. What the heck? This is insane. And the crowd was lit. They were having fun. They were doing this. Oh, like that. But yeah, basically, Gunther, in the end, it's Gunther. He's gonna either pin you or submit you or make you pass out, which is exactly what he did. Again, second pay-per-view in a row. Because he did a Damian Priest. He did the sleeper hold to Randy. The first time Randy got out of it. But the second time, Gunther just kept aiming. And Randy did, like, go for the arm of Gunther, which Gunther just had the good arm, and he just used that for the clothesline. Randy did a clothesline in the match, though. But yeah, sleeper hold to Randy. Randy couldn't hold it anymore. He just passed out. And your winner, and still your world heavyweight champion, Gunther. And yeah, that's basically it. That's your whole show for Bash in Berlin. It was amazing. I'm going to remember this forever. And yeah, man, amazing show. I give it a 10 out of 10. And this crowd does beat France, I'm going to tell you that. It does beat France in every shape and form of the way. Guys, I hope you liked this video. Make sure to click that subscribe button. click that like button, and also, you know, we have to do it because I did that to Rhea. A yeet, baby.